Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Magic. The latest video of Jikook's trip to Switzerland has finally been released, and believe it or not, those simple moments instantly stirred the hearts of fans everywhere. It wasn't just the breathtaking beauty of the Alps, but something far more special. The little moments between Jimin and Jungkook that felt so warm, intimate, and irreplaceable. From the way Jimin stood behind Jungkook as if seeking protection, to the glances that are almost impossible to describe with words. Everything convinced us that there is a bond that cannot be broken. And today, we're going to break down those magical moments together. The new video of Jikook's journey to Switzerland has just been released and immediately filled fans with a whirlwind of emotions, joy, nostalgia, and a bittersweet longing. The beauty of the alpine scenery was captivating, but more than that, there was something far more precious. Those small moments between Jimin and Jungkook that reignited the flame in fans' hearts. In one scene, Jimin and Jungkook can be seen walking side by side toward a boat on a calm lake. The water shimmered under the soft afternoon light. Snow-capped mountains stood tall in the distance, and the cool Swiss air seemed like the perfect backdrop for what looked almost like a painting. Yet, all that natural beauty suddenly faded into the background when the camera captured their simple interaction. Jimin stood directly behind Jungkook, his body half hidden, as if instinctively seeking natural protection. Jungkook, with his calm aura and firm stance, stood in front as though he were an invisible shield. This small movement might seem trivial to some, but for those who have followed Jikook for years, it was a language of the heart, a message without words, saying that Jimin always finds a safe place by Jungkook's side, and Jungkook is always ready to protect him. Jimin's expression at that moment radiated something that words can barely capture. His face was warm, peaceful, and at ease, as if the whole world around him had vanished, leaving only himself and Jungkook in that intimate moment. For fans, little fragments like these are the reason they never tire of following Jikook's journey. There's a deep yearning every time we witness their togetherness, a longing to see Jimin and Jungkook like they used to be, always side by side, laughing together, exchanging meaningful glances, and creating unforgettable memories. Over the years, Jimin and Jungkook's togetherness has not only been anticipated, but also celebrated. They are friends, colleagues, and people who always find their way back to each other, even when busy schedules pull them apart. Lately, both have indeed been focused on their individual projects. Jimin with his music activities and global photo shoots, while Jungkook has immersed in his own demanding schedule. Yet, deep down, fans hold a strong belief that they continue to meet beyond the cameras. It's hard to imagine them truly being apart. Their bond runs too deep, too strong to be broken by distance or busyness. Many fans believe that even when the world shows them separately, behind the scenes they still seek and find each other. And isn't that the essence of Jikook? Two people who, without saying much, always show that their togetherness is something natural and undeniable. Their trip to Switzerland wasn't just an ordinary vacation. For many fans, it was a symbol of rare and precious unity. The image of Jimin standing behind Jungkook on the boat has already become iconic. That snapshot has spread widely across social media, turned into wallpapers, immortalized in fan art, and replayed countless times by those who miss Jikook's warmth. There's something magical in that moment. It was simple, no gimmicks, no script, no grand stage. Just two people completely comfortable with each other, captured by the camera in a natural beauty that's hard to replicate. And it's in that simplicity where the depth of their connection is felt most strongly. For ARMY who have followed Jikook's journey for years, the happiness doesn't stop with the Swiss video. There's still another highly anticipated piece of content. Are you sure? Season 2. This series has long been a fan favorite because it showcases their more personal interactions, as if lifting the curtain just a little on a rarely seen part of their lives. The excitement is huge. Many fans admit they can't wait to once again witness Jimin and Jungkook's unique dynamic. From playful banter, meaningful gazes, to the quiet moments that somehow feel the most profound. Looking back, there are so many beautiful memories they've created together. From big stages under the spotlight of millions of eyes to private moments accidentally caught on camera, each one is precious. Every laugh, every small caring gesture, every whisper that seems only understandable to them. These are all part of a long story still being written. What makes it even more special is that these moments aren't lost. They're captured in cameras, preserved in memories, and etched into fans' hearts. That's why every time a new Jikook video appears, it feels like opening a fresh chapter from a book that never gets old. The longing for Jikook is hard to explain in simple words. There's something magical in their togetherness, something that keeps people waiting and hoping. Even when they're busy in their separate worlds, the belief in the invisible thread connecting them remains alive. Whenever we talk about theories, it's important to remember they are just theories, not absolute truths or official confirmations. Spaces like this exist for theorizing, sharing different perspectives, playing with ideas, and enjoying little details that might otherwise go unnoticed. The goal is never to hurt anyone, not the idols nor fellow fans. But there are also undeniable facts. For instance, recently Rajiv Sharma, CEO of PVH Japan, the parent company of Tommy Hilfiger and Calvin Klein, followed only 2 BTS members on Instagram, Jungkook and Jimin. This small detail sparked huge speculation among fans. Some assumed Jimin might become the next Calvin Klein ambassador, potentially collaborating with Jungkook in a global campaign. Others think it's more realistic that Rajiv is eyeing Jimin for Tommy Hilfiger. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Jimin and Jungkook's appeal cannot be ignored. Surprisingly, even after military service, there are still groups unwilling to accept the simple fact Jungkook chose Jimin to go through that difficult period with. Before enlistment, many twisted Taeyoon's comments during a live broadcast about registering together as proof of love with Jungkook. They believed enlistment would be a secret escape from public attention, but reality said otherwise. Jungkook enlisted with Jimin. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. What was once celebrated as a symbol of love was now called manipulation. What was once called proof of a strong bond was suddenly painted as division. And the scapegoat? Always Jimin. As if Jungkook isn't a strong individual capable of making his own choices. Yet, real witnesses in the military refuted those rumors. They confirmed that Jimin and Jungkook were always together, supporting each other, and came out stronger. The contradictions of haters are clear. When they believed Jungkook was with Taeyoon, enlistment was a symbol of love. But when reality showed Jungkook with Jimin, enlistment was suddenly deemed impossible for a couple. The scenario is the same, only the characters are different. And the fact remains unshakable. Jungkook chose Jimin. Jimin chose Jungkook. They both faced enlistment together and came out with a bond stronger than before. The Switzerland trip video is just one chapter of their long story, a chapter that makes us smile, get emotional, and long for more. The most beautiful part of it all is the reality that the story isn't over. There's still many pages waiting to be written, many moments yet to be born, and many memories that will continue to accompany their journey. We may not know exactly how the story will unfold, but one thing is certain. As long as Jimin and Jungkook have each other, the Jikook story will always live on. That was a glimpse of the magic from Jikook's trip to Switzerland. A moment so simple, yet carrying the deepest meaning. From a small boat on a quiet lake to a smile full of unspoken words. Every second feels like a piece of a story we'll always treasure. And remember, this story is far from over. There are still many new chapters waiting to be written. Many more moments that will make us smile, get emotional, and even shed tears of joy together. So, if you felt the same spark, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the latest updates about Jikook. See you in the next video, and as always, keep the Jikook magic alive.